Hello, and welcome to day 13 of my 31 days of tarot. And as you can see, we have, well, probably the most used tarot card in media because it always comes up whenever there's a fortune teller. The death card! Yeah, yes, even if it is actual death, it is still just a change. And I'm probably not going to spend much time on the definitions of the card, simply, but more on the looks, because yes, it has been in and around me my entire life because it's always came up in movies and in books, but you know, in those it always meant someone's going to die, which is a change. But like this card and this card and this card, I mean, death comes, but it depends on who are you. Are you actual death? How you've got this guy who's trying to pay off death. You've got the holy person praying. You've got the child who just says, "Hey, that's a cool looking crown you've got on, just hovering above your head." And then you have sadness for, you know, maybe loss. So you have all the different reactions to the same situation, which is change, whether it be death or a job or going to a new school. Change. Death, rebirth. This is a nice card because it still brings in death, but instead of a black, it's got a red. And inside the face, which usually never shows a face, you see the cosmos. Cool card. This one, instead of death, it's transition, which again, that is what death is. It's got a very Native American feel to it. You've got your butterflies and faces and skulls. Butterflies with eyes. What? So, okay, endings, beginnings, transition. Again, stagnation. It's not the first card that has stagnation on it. Fear of change and resistance, which sometimes when it comes to death is futile because it's going to happen. Signifies either the metaphorical personal rebirth followed by great change in your life, literal death of someone you know, renewal. Yeah, I'm not going to spend much time because I think this card has been done to death. If it shows up, change is in the works. Oh, I'm sorry. Quick and Easy Tarot, Tarot of Dreams, Steampunk, This Might Hurt, 5-cent Tarot, Gendron, and Light Seers. Look in the description below for links to all these, any of these cards. And also, I am looking for questions. I'm giving free readings, which will be posted on YouTube, but I want to start practicing and I need other people's questions to actually try reading somebody else, not just cards I throw down. Okay, enough of that. We've got the Queen of Wands. We're doing, again, I've got my elements in the order I do this. This is just pretty stuff. And the Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. And I don't think there's actually a real connection between the Major Arcana and the Court cards, but they're all 13 as far as the counting I'm doing. So we're doing it this way because I like matching them up. Oh, and remember with the Gendron, kings are at the same level as queens and all other cards. So this is not a mistake. I found out when I was doing the knights, which they do prince and princesses, that I had messed up the order according to this deck. It's one thing I've learned is the fact that each deck can be the same or slightly different depending on the creator and what they want to show. If you hear a digging sound in the background, it's my cat trying to dig under the door. It's not going to happen. Okay, Queen of Wands or Matches or King of Wands. Regal, well, Queen, duh. This one she's got, even though she's got the dress on, she's got her pants on underneath. She's gonna start working on things. She's got sunflower. Oh, look at little, I like the little fox underneath. And so this is fire because it's our wands. Got a crown, got the cat draped around her shoulders, drawing a lizard Obrios, the thing with that snake thingy. Queen of Wands, looks like she's happy creating another cat. I mean, cat people. But manifestation. This guy looks more like a pope than a king, really. Okay, courage. Fierce energy, take charge. And conversely, self-doubt, overbearing, jealousy. Okay. Courage maybe here. I'm not really getting it from what's presented. I'm not saying that it doesn't mean that, because it's fire, so I expect fire to be more passion, more courageous. Just not... I'm finding the court cards don't really say as much to me, more than just being court cards that have indicators, but you just got to memorize them. Okay, again, with the quick and easy, signifies a popular and outgoing woman. So basically, like I said, in the traditional, that you get one court card. You're a queen, you're a female, and that's it. That was really forward thinking. Attractive, healthy, fit, and fashionable. Okay, that would be that one. Competent, I can't see that this has competency about it. Somebody else could have dressed her. Decisive and intelligent. More of this. Methodical planner, creative, and full of new ideas. Practical with money, kind, emotional, cheerful. I mean, I've got a queen bee here. Sure. I'm not going to say it doesn't mean that. I'm just going to say that none of these cards scream that at me. It's more that it's more fire, and the queen energy means this. But I wouldn't say the cards actually... I mean, here, competent, she's looking at a sunflower and she's drawing a lizard. How is that competent? Okay, let's go on to the next. Queen of Cups and Queen of Cups. Let me get more of a body shot instead of just a upper view. A flamingo. King of Cups. Okay, so got her water crown, which is pretty cool because the crown, if you can see that, it's actually created from like a droplet of water. Would create that splash. That's a cool crown for a water sign. And she seems to be, her chair's like in water, so she's sitting in water. Very much in her emotions. The king also is sitting. He's got lots of water, flowers. Again, with sitting in the water, staring into water. Got this bowl thing going. This one's, she's got cups, but she's like flinging around, and she looks like she means business. I see more Matahari here than this kind of, this is like pleasant. I can't read flamingo. She looks like she's being held up. Ah, don't shoot me. This one's got more of this kind of look in her eyes. It's like, yeah, drink from my glass. Nothing's gonna happen to you. And if you can't see beyond the dress I'm wearing, more fool you. So, compassion and calm, comfort, and then martyrdom, insecurity, dependence. I don't get compassion or comfort or calm from this at all. I'm gonna have to read up what do they say the Queen of Cups are in the steampunk, because core meaning: someone who supports and nurtures emotions, relationships, and artistic endeavors. Okay. I don't see it. But oh well. That could be my feeling. Queen of Cups, female, attractive. I can't wait to see if any one of these says the Queen is unattractive. I mean, if you're not an attractive person, I guess you can't ever be represented by Tarot, because so far none of the men were unattractive, and the queens, I'm pretty sure, are all going to say attractive. Okay, sorry, I digress. Practical, romantic, emotional, honest, devoted, careful with money, the perfect wife and loving mother, a nurturing personality, kind, sympathetic to the feelings of others. She has a positive effect on your life. Sounds pretty two-dimensional to me, that description. Basically, it doesn't say anything at all about what the person wants. It sounds more like they're, an unthinking drone. She's a Stepford wife. That's what that sounds like, a Stepford wife. Okay, maybe I have some issues, but yeah, that right there is probably the reason that's kept me from trying to learn this, because I get hung up on that. But, and I'll say it again, everyone has feminine and masculine. Don't let it stump you like it's stumping me. But I'm not reading it in the cards. I mean, these cards don't say that to me. It's going to be something I'll have to memorize. So swords, 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 needles, swords, and swords. So, like, here it looks like, okay, yes, I will do the niceties, but I'm not letting go of my sword. I have my weapon. I can defend myself. Same thing for this. I know the traditional, they're holding a sword. That one's holding a chalice, but a sword just says something different. Pelican. He's holding his sword. She's holding her sword. Looks like she's gonna... She looks like it should be a nail file, but she's like, yeah, I'll cut you with this. I'm not going to take any nonsense. Same thing, she's meditative, looking over what her domain, has her weapon nearby. There's this little cup under here. I don't know what that means. Also, showing sword. This is my domain. I may be smiling, but don't cross me. Actually, the king's the only one who's smiling. The rest of them, unlike the others, are unsmiling. Clear of mind, honest, unbiased. And of course the opposite is cold-hearted, because yeah, if you're not going to be, you're cold-hearted. Bitterness, emotional. I don't think I've seen cold-hearted once on any of the other cards, especially if they're masculine. Why aren't guys ever cold-hearted? An emotionally balanced woman. She is wise from life's... Oh, so this is the unattractive woman. Swords. They never get a good break because they don't mention looks. They say, oh, emotionally balanced and wise. Which, if you've read or watched any type of media, is what they say when they can't say something about their looks. Okay. Can find humor in most situations, no matter how bad. Okay. There has been a lot of conflict and sorrow in her life. Extremely intelligent, analytical mind, logical with a great deal of common sense, natural leadership abilities. Will be honest and direct with you. And you will never smile. But, you know, you gotta be somebody who has humor if you can find the humor in a situation no matter how bad, but not smiling. The queens never get a break. And the Queen of Swords as well. It would be neat if there was some sort of scales or something in the cards for somebody to be balanced. I don't get wise. I see this one maybe wise, this one wise, but others are just gussied up dolls. For others, wise in that she keeps her sword, but she doesn't have a sheath for it. So I see for the most part, the female cards are just pinup cards. They're really not saying anything about how good or bad they are as a queen. So pentacles, coins, pentacles, pentacles, buttons, King of Pentacles, and pentacles. Okay. She looks much more mature as opposed to the other queens. In fact, looks like they kind of get older. Oh no, this one looks younger than that one, but coin's definitely older, more dramatic. Got her moped, happy, on the go. This kangaroo, I guess, fruitful, multiplying. Pentacles has got his wild turkeys. She's got like antlers. See the twigs? It's like she's got antlers growing out of her turban, so she's in her element. She's in the earth. This one's just dramatic. Look at me. But doesn't tell me anything. Okay, nurturing. I don't get nurture from that. I don't get nurture from that. Kinda, maybe from that. But not from that. This is kind of nurturing because she looks like a nurturing figure, but that doesn't mean she is. So it's a nurturing, providing, practicality, and inversely, independence. Oh, fine. Now that just pisses me off. Right side up. Positive, nurturing. Negative for a woman, independence. There's jealousy again, smothering. How can you be independent and smothering? That is illogical. So, independence, I get that. But I wouldn't take that as the inverse. Don't get nurturing, don't get independent, maybe confused. Signifies a nurturing, down-to-earth woman who shows concern for others, intensely loyal to her friends and family, stable, dependable, help others in need, organized, noble and generous, sympathetic. What does the inverse say? Opinionated woman. So basically, a good quality is to have no opinions, and a bad one is to have opinions. Volatile, changing moods, narrow-minded and bigoted. That's just mean. Unforgiving attitude towards those she looks down upon. Is it okay if she's unforgiving if she looks up upon them? Takes without giving. That sounds like something men do all the time. Gives only when something is to be gained. She has a strictly materialistic outlook on life. Be suspicious of this woman. Notice they don't say that on the men's cards who are like that. Be suspicious. Yes, my emotions are coming up because that's wrong. It's wrong that being independent is the negative side of this card, and so I'm going to turn that around. Yes, you see how I feel. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Isn't that a song right now? But, again, for the court cards, and this is, again, as I've seen all the way through, the court cards don't read as much as what their meaning's supposed to be. If they are just supposed to signify a person, then yes, fine. They're a person and that particular element is their primary. But the cards themselves don't scream what they're supposed to. The court cards will be the hardest because they'll just be memorization by rote, and see how they are influenced by the cards around them, because yeah, they're pretty, well, as you can tell, I'm getting pretty angry. So thank you for joining me in my 13th day, and please join me again for video 14.